Hello, everybody, and welcome back in. I hope your break was lovely. We're going to be playing some Bookwalker now. Where we left off, we had just gotten a new book about, one of the books we started writing, and then someone else took over and warped from the original vision. And we have to go back and forward in time in order to change things about this haunted house we're in. That's where we're at. Let's see, my controller's not doing much, so let's try to play it back in. There it goes. You can talk to Roderick at any time. Oh no, the Pantheon grows.
Chaos Lily asked me, if a Cordis were a gibbeep food, what would he look like and be named? If a Cordis were a gibbeep fruit, they might resemble a vibrant, swirling vortex with colors that shift like an aurora, reflecting their dynamic personality. Their gibbeep fruit would have dazzling, holographic patterns that draw the eye in, resembling a mesmerizing abyss. As for the name, Amandi's Abyss would be fitting, with a taste that gives a blend of curiosity and sweet mischief.
So Amandi would be a black hole, is what I heard. A rainbow black hole. Enter the book. Let me make sure you guys can hear the game. Made that mistake one too many times. Yes. Delicious point singularity. Okay. We just had basically explored everything we can in this time. And now we've got to go back to the present. Go to 2000. Hey! Look, it worked! The staircase is fixed. Let's see what's left of the second floor. I'm gonna take all of these. Let me see if I can craft anything. I made the crowbar, I made the pliers, I need to do the lockpick, but I need some more stuff before I can do that. I want to explore some more things before I go and do the actual objective. Just in case, I don't want to miss anything. The old dusty parcel is lying on the table, tied tightly with twine. Cut the twine. Poll is 2 minutes, by the way. Should Olo add a Jabib fruit doodle redeem? I know who the one is. Looks like it's gonna win. Oh, people are gonna get beeped in here. That's Sunny clicking in joy. Yeah, I get it. It's like a Khabib soda. Well, that was the thing. Khabib won! You're all getting Khabibed. Except for you who've already been Khabibed. I'll add a reminder. We'll put it in the next stream. There we go.
Write that down, write that down!
Okay. we're gonna cut the twine on this parcel. Easily cut through it. Think there's something useful in there? Look inside the parcel. Ah, it's just a bunch of junk. Oh well. Ink is ink, we'll take it. Can I move the portrait? I feel like the big ass portrait's hiding something. Khabib is also my new favorite flavor. It's his new favorite verb and flavor. It's locked, can get him another key. He's still trying to punch his way out. This still looks broken, even though we fixed it. The pipes aren't leaking anymore. That's the only change that's happened down here. Okay, we'll take all these. Rubble. You see old chest of drawers under the rubble from the collapsed ceiling. Pry open with our crowbar. You use the crowbar to pry apart the heavy pieces of the ceiling and dig out the old, almost intact chest of drawers. It's got a bunch of junk. Oh well. Tools! Heck yeah. One step closer to— oh! That one— there's always one wiggle-o that's like, I'm gonna yeet all the way back. There we go. Oh! Examine the secret compartment. Wiggle! Wiggle on the haunted house. You know— come on, get all your wiggles in. Yep, there we go. Would you guys be interested in a wiggle spam? Like if I made a 2-point redeem, a 2-gummy redeem with just a bunch of wiggle-os, would you be interested? Yes? Okay. There we go.
Write that down, write that
down! We got the strange edge. Press it and discover a secret compartment underneath. Bingo! One of the gears you're looking for is inside. Too bad there's just one. Take the gear. You put the gear in your pocket. Let's go put it in the clock. And then we'll look for the rest. Also, we have to save that girl's brother who should be in the past somewhere. So much to do. Walk away. Okay, let's see. A man is standing in the hallway holding a strange walkie-talkie and flipping various levers on it. Mariah, come in! Damn it, Mariah! The only sound coming from the walkie-talkie is static. The man taps it angrily, as though hitting it will help. Damn, I think he's— you notice the man's police hat? The man suddenly turns around and you see his face is made out of paper. Oh no! The police found us! Stop right there! Breathing heavily, measuring you with his eyes. He raises the walkie-talkie to his face. For the record, during a routine patrol, Sergeant Kiko Breitz encountered an unlicensed bookwalker. Not the book police! To hell with you. He notices that the walkie-talkie still isn't working. How can I help you? Say nothing. How can I help you? State your name, at the very least, and remove your disguise. Say nothing. Why the hell aren't you saying anything? State your name, and I'll note it down as mitigating circumstances. Don't make me use force. My name is Robert Potter. I mean James. Yeah, James Potter. I mean, for the record, the unlicensed bookwalker refuses to state his name and is lying to the officer. He is also concealing his face behind a mask. Take that off right now. Maybe it's best if we do what he says. If he finds out who I am, he'll find me in reality, and that'll be the end of me and you. Keep lying. I don't know what the problem is, officer. I'm a licensed bookwalker, and I'm here by the order of my publisher. Oh yeah? And who's this publisher that sends their employer into books that haven't been pulled from stores? Well, we have a special kind of publisher. The man starts striding toward you, unbuttoning his uniform jacket as he approaches. You raise your fist, preparing to defend yourself. It's too bad Mariah's not here. She really loves beating up thugs like you. For the record, commencing neutralization. Dude, I really did not want to fight you. Okay, it's done. Strong hit, it's done. Drain. Out! We're gonna eat some bread. And then we're going to stun. I'm just gonna keep stunning him. Stunning and draining. And then we'll do a drain. Disable skill? Oh, I can't slash. That's okay. I wasn't planning on slashing you anyway, because I'm gonna stun you. And then drain. Ouch. And slash. The man looks at you angrily. Damn you. Fine, Mariah will deal with you later, thief. The man instantly disappears as though he was never there. But the bruises on your body say otherwise. Damn, this is really bad. I can imagine. Disobeying the rider's police is one thing, but fighting the police. Attacking a police officer plus stealing from a book that is still under license. It's not 30 years, of course, but you could definitely get 5 to 7. So not even close to what you were accused of? What in the world did you do, Etienne? Hold on. You also said you hadn't finished the book when they arrested you. Which means something happened here, in this mansion. And it has nothing to do with the mansion's master and someone named Amanda. How about we get down to business before the policeman gets here with backup? Did we write like our dead wife back to life or something? Or like our ex, like our girlfriend that broke up with us and we wrote her into a book and brought her out into reality? Made from unknown metal that burns your hands and soul with the scorching cold. Cool. Cool. Insert gear. You put the first gear into the clock. You hear the furious cries of the mansion's master coming from the basement. You think that will help you, Etienne? You don't even know what that clock does. How did he know we were? We need to find the other 2 gears, but let's speed things up a little. I feel really uncomfortable in this place. I thought you'd be glad to be back in here. No, I'm not, and this isn't my book anymore. They twisted and destroyed everything they could here. I wish I could burn this whole book to ashes. Alright, let's get with that girl's brother. Maybe he knows something. Since as far as I can tell, they investigated all this already. We didn't see him in the past. Can you jump even earlier? Yeah, go to another time. Where are we headed? 1990. I guess today is our lucky day. So many jumps and we're still in one piece. Maybe it's because you're so skillful, huh? Stop it. Hey, sorry, I'm just trying to lighten things up a little. Thanks for trying. Okay, let's see. Start this way and then we'll work our way over. No, I don't want to leave again. I knew it! There was something under behind that portrait. Take all. Take all?
Logging visitor check-in into the Universal Database.
Hi, Carlos! What's this? There isn't supposed to be a passageway here. I guess the master is building a secret room? The mansion's master wouldn't tear down this wall himself. He's a well-off aristocrat. His servants should be around here somewhere. It's probably their work. I don't see any servants in this time. Looks like the new author took them out of the plot. Do you think they put them in another book? Of course not. No one in their right mind would take a character out of a book. That breaks one of the most serious writer's laws. They probably just got erased. Whoa. We need to search this place in different times since there might be a secret passage here. Alright. So that's what happened. That's why we're in jail. We took Amanda out of the book. Barrels, they smell like wine. Craft the lockpick. We'll have to go back to 95 and pick that cabinet. Oh, we could go out! I didn't mean to go out. This is window to the balcony. Hole. Can you jump it? You look down through the hole at the dried up thorn bush. How about we look for something to put over the hole, like planks? Fix the balcony. Let's see. I hope it holds. I will come back later. Cause that, okay, that's locked. Okay. And then we move the bookcase. The plain writing desk stands against the wall. There's no way it's not important, since it was behind bars. Examine the desk. You open the only drawer, but it's empty. So if we assume the author's rewriting someone else's book, it's isn't particularly intelligent, then it's obvious. You push on the bottom of the drawer and open a secret compartment underneath. Another false bottom. Your thought process is good, but it's still empty. You feel around inside the door just in case, but you don't find anything. I'm missing something. Do I need to check another time again? Maybe we should search the other rooms. We haven't checked them all yet. Okay. But I kind of have. There's a key sticking out of the door. Oh, think we should take it? It might come in handy at another time. Take the key. You turn the key in the lock to open the door. Then you put the key in your pocket. Okay, let's explore around one more time. Make sure we're not missing anything. We can't go upstairs. Can we go outside? No. Okay. Let's go back to 95. Let's go look at the portrait tunnel. This painting caught my eye right away. I figured there must be a hiding place behind it. Why didn't you say something right away? I don't know. Because I said it! Me! Hello! Well, we definitely know what's behind the painting, and now how do we open it? Examine the painting. You look behind the painting to see that it's mounted on a vertical runners set into the wall. I think it slides upwards. Lift the painting. Push gently and the picture slides upwards. Secret tunnel! A teenage boy is standing in the middle of the room, covering his face with his hands in fright. Hey, let's talk. Don't kill me. We're not associated with your kidnapper. Are you Jonathan? Yes. The kid lowers his hands and tries to get a glimpse of you in the light. Well, we kind of are, but not in the way you think. Damn, that's a cold mask, squinting. I told everyone we should wear masks for this job too, but they just laughed at me. Your sister asked me to find you. Sister? I don't have a sister. Well, that's what she told us. Hold on, was she a short girl, Samantha? She's still here? No, we helped her get out. It was her idea to rob the mansion. She promised us there was a ton of loot. All we found was rotting walls and that psycho. How many of you were there? 6, but 3 ran away right at the beginning, and we saw him kill 1. Well, I'd say they definitely did some work on your character here. He's not mine anymore now. You can still fix him, right? I'm afraid not. So you're thieves. Not really. We're more like, well, yeah, we're thieves. Okay, I'm so I'm a thief too. Whoa, the kid looks at you like he's found his new hero. By the way, have you seen any gears, big ones around here? Gears? No. Are they valuable? Not really. You checked the desk with the secret compartment in the storage room already, then check the master's study. I think he hid something in both places. We actually already found a gear in the master's study, but nothing in the storage room. He's got this crazy thing set up and with a double false bottom. Did you get it open? A double false bottom? Yeah, first you open the false bottom and then there's another one under that. My god, we weren't through all that for Alright, time to go back and check out this double false bottom, and quickly you untie the kid. Thanks! He gets off the floor, glancing around, and leaves the room. Okay, let me check, see if there's anything here. Yeah, I'll take rope. Okay. A familiar dark blue police uniform appears in your peripheral vision. However, the woman in uniform seems completely calm and collected. I'm Sergeant Mariah Glowitz, the woman says, casually tapping the badge on her chest. You're under arrest on suspicion of plagiarism and attacking a police officer. She pulls on a dark leather gloves. I advise you to stop resisting and come with me. And if I don't, then I will have no choice but to use force. She balls her hands into fists and grins slightly. Well, in that case, I apologize for making you use force. You roll out your shoulder, limbering up. Okie dokie. Disabled skill, stun. Strong hit. I guess I'm gonna have to drain. Miss. Good. Eat bread. And slash. We're gonna use some more bread, and then we're gonna slash. Oh, I used shield. Okay, that's fine. Slash. Stun. I don't have enough ink. Drain. Mariah is breathing heavily. She's leaning to the side, but manages to somehow keep her balance. This isn't over, thief. The whole police force will come looking for you. Before you can blink, Mariah Glowitz disappears from the book. Are you alright? I've been better. You straightened the crumpled papers on your face. Okay, let's see what I got in my inventory. That's right, let's go unlock that room. Oh, I don't think it's locked here. I think we have to go back. Search the desk. Okay, so we have to go back to 1990. 90. Search.
Hello, if you would not mind. A moment to hydrate, stretch, and save your progress. It's time for self-care.
Thank you. Okay. And then stretch. What? Okay. The plain writing desk stands against the wall. There's no way it's not important. Examine the desk more closely.
This is your self-care reminder. Please hydrate, stretch, and save your progress.
Remember what that kid said about the double false bottom? Guess the new author is more clever than I thought. I mean, to come up with a double false bottom really takes a higher level of thinking. I defeated myself that time. You did. You opened this.
Mysterious existence has appeared.
Hi, SPG. You think hearing the breathing of a spacesuit would produce different reaction towards people? Maybe. You open the second false bottom of the drawer and take another gear out of the compartment. One less gear to find. Time to go back to the clock. Insert the gear. We should go to the latest time we can to put the gears in. What if something happens to the clock over the course of the years? Okay, go to another time, go to 2000. Insert gear. You put the second gear into the clock. Now we just need to find the third one. The clock should start working again. Etienne? You asked about Amanda. The wife of the maniac in the basement? But there's something I was able to figure out using my power of deduction. So you created Amanda and her husband in the cute little story of their cozy backwoods mansion. And then you and Amanda started to get, well, close. What gives you that idea? Back when you were in the car, you told me you always try to make your characters realistic and well developed. And my guess is that Amanda turned out exactly that way. Your powers of deduction or whatever you said are pretty good. But then you took Amanda somewhere. And that's the part I don't understand yet. Where could you have taken her? There's no trace of her in the book. I took her out of the book! He made his own waifu and wanted to date her, so he took her out of the book. It was every weeb's dream. Wait, you didn't. You took her out of the book? I get it, the things you do for love, but... Oh my gosh, why did the frames dip again? You know, it does this on cycles, and I don't know what it is that causes it. I'm gonna wait a second and see if it goes away like it did the last time. Yes. Why are you like this? There it goes. It's back up now. Okay, so let me tell everyone to refresh. And we'll see where we get, because everything should be back up now. But man, it dipped hard. And I don't know why it's doing that. At the end, you do realize you're not just messing with writer's law, but with more serious laws. Human laws. I'm paying the price for that now. Raise your shackled wrist. In any case, we both knew that we were up against and what would happen to us. So that's why they arrested you for 30 years for what you did? Broke one of the most serious writer's laws, extracting a character who then turned into a real living human. How did we do that, by the way, if everything is automatically turns to ink when we take them out? How is Roderick and Amanda not liquefied when they leave? Where's Amanda now? You live with her? Not everything. Just objects, I guess. Except for special objects, it's really not clear. In the end, we broke up. Despite everything you went through? Indeed. So getting back to your ability to write, probably the one thing in my life that I can at least try to fix. Smiling weekly. That's why you agreed to take on these jobs. Blam. That dude's out of the cage. Lose something, Etienne. The mansion's master is holding the final gear. Damn it. So, where's Amanda? Amanda's trying incredibly hard to stay calm. His head tilted slightly to the right. Where is my wife? The man pauses for a second, tilting his head to the left. I can't be forgetting her. I can't. He starts rubbing his temples furiously. We don't need to bring up Amanda. Just let me try and help you. Let me try and rewrite you the way you were before. Are you sure? What about your shackles? Damn, you're right. The man continues to rub his temples, his eyes on focus. I remember her. With you, and now I can't find her anywhere. He looks at you, his head slowly tilting to the right again. At the same time, his minor attack of confusion passes, and his anger rises up in its place. Bring her back. I can't. You stole Amanda from me and left me here alone. Then someone else came. He did something to me. I didn't want to kill anyone. This is a different part. His head tilts to the left again. You notice his clothes are stained with fresh blood. Wait, why do you have that girl? Did you get her? Gritting his teeth. Clenching his teeth. Damn thugs. I'll never forgive them for what they did to you. You're supposed to be... Bang. The blow hits you in the chest. Ugh. Etienne! The man tucks the gear away inside his shirt, then starts cracking his knuckles. Let me try. Maybe I can rewrite at least something in you. Oh, don't worry. He loosens his shoulders. I don't need help. I certainly enjoy my newfound powers. I seen that someone had a flashing emote because I saw Carlos's message and I hadn't been paying attention to chat for a few minutes, so thank you. He clenches his fist tightly. Defend yourself. Okay. Let's go ahead and drain and top up. So he stopped me from shielding myself, but that's okay. Slash. Ouch. Okay, red. Slash. Okay, good, you missed. Apple. Flash. Ouch. Oh no! Breathing heavily. Is that all you've got, you bastard? The man's injuries start healing before your very eyes. At the same time, you hear the gears in the clock making a clanking sound. It's as though they're trying to start working, but can't because the last gear is missing. What the? Remember what I said about the inscription on the clock and how it's connected to its master? I figured that out, or the clock is stopped, nothing can hurt its master. You spot the last gear lying on the floor between you and the reanimated monster. It seems to have fallen out of his shirt while you were fighting. You raise your eyes to the man, and he looks back at you with a venomous smirk. Just try. You charge forward, but the instant your hand touches the gear, the man grabs you, and you soon find yourself in a tight chokehold. No luck. Whispering with effort. Headbutt him, drop down. Headbutt. You thrust your head backwards and the man recoils for a second, which is enough time for you to free yourself from his grasp. With one swift movement, you grab the gear from the floor. Damn it! In an instant, you're standing by the clock. Put it in, quickly! Put the gear in without looking, examine the clock first. You look down and aim the gear carefully. And then you hear the sound of the fist flying toward you. At the very last second, you settle the gear into the clock and it immediately starts ticking. No! The man grabs at the empty air in a final attempt to stop you. Etienne! He grabs his head as a shudder passes through his body. He begins to age rapidly, and the injuries from his previous fights, not only the one against you, start reappearing all over him. No! He swings his arms helplessly, then starts dissolving into dust. You watch it all happen silently, until there's nothing left of the monster except a pile of ashes. My god. But now what? Nothing. You walk up to the character's ashes, digging around until you find a small, crumpled piece of paper. You quickly rip it in two. I've had enough. You pick up the clock and get ready to jump out of the book. We can talk about all this, Etienne. If you want to talk, leave the book. You can talk to Roderick at any time. You won't talk back, though. Okay, here we go. Did you get the item? Shove it. I'm gonna make sure nothing's around before we head back upstairs. Oh, the game took over. Huh. We're just gonna sit on the stairs and contemplate our life. Can't keep this up anymore. Two minutes later. What the? Okay, before we go back. Just making sure. Hello? There's an urgent job. I'm not... No, you're taking it. I think I've had enough. I don't want to do this anymore. Etienne, it's your last job. I know. You knew what book that was. And you specifically sent me to steal from it? I'm just a middleman, Etienne. I don't pick the jobs. I don't care. You can take your job and go to hell. Calm down and listen to me. Finishing these jobs is your only chance at getting your abilities back. I know you know this. You can't work off this sentence. 30 years is just an impossible amount. Your publisher betrayed you. Your lover left you. It's time to get back to what you're owed. How do you? Etienne, you're the only single step away from freedom. Fine. Excellent, excellent. The order is on at your door. This is the guy that threw us in, like, got us in jail the first time. I'm pretty sure he snitched us out again to save his freaking butt. Oh, they brought it all the way to my door this time.
It's easy to get a new one.
I need to put this on the desk. I need to make sure there's nothing new. I know we're on the same day. Okay, I think we're good. So we go downstairs, just in case. Don't mind me carrying illegal contraband in my hand. I swear my neural activation was on when I heard the doorbell, which is the same as mine. Okay. Let's see what book we got now. Let me go back to the abilities real quick, though. Sand. Freaking Dune? Is that what we're going for? Okay, shield. Heal on use. Increase the shield duration. Now we're gonna heal on use. An excerpt from a book review. And so I was expecting a significant emphasis on classism, on the difference between the two lives of people in the Upper District and the train-dwelling nomads. However, in writing the Upper District as a sort of retirement home rather than the upper-class sector, the author avoids these themes, which I found immensely disappointing. I think you may be misunderstanding the point, then. The contractors agreed to infiltrate Heart of Sand by Samantha Murray and extract an item, the weather controller. The client agrees to pay the negotiated sum upon fulfillment of the contract. Why do we need to steal the weather controller? Here we go! You decided to keep working? Seems I don't have a choice, he shrugged tiredly. After everything that happened, how did you manage to convince you? Or has another month passed since I last saw you? They spent a whole month convincing you? Not quite that long. You literally had to erase your own character. I'll write a new one. Ah, yes. I forgot about your feeling towards characters. I don't have any feelings towards characters. Says the guy who wanted to realize his waifu. Just because Amanda left you doesn't mean that all characters are now bad. She has nothing to do with this. I really thought about giving it all up. But the client is right. I need to finish my last job. Even if what we're doing makes me feel sick. To get rid of my shackles, I can write my own book. Putting this all behind me. Looking at the floor. Tired. Just help me finish this one last time. What are we looking for? A weather controller. A device that can control the weather? Seems so. It would certainly come in handy here. You look around, the air feels like it's at least 100 degrees, if not 120. Okay, let's get to it. Take the train key. The tag on the coat says Pete Jenkins. Well, Pete's been here a long time. Radio. A small light is blinking on the radio panel next to the worn out accept call button. Push the button. You hear static over the radio.
It's time to close visitation to the atrium.
Linda F. Jr. speaking. I'm taking over for the senior meteorologist. Too soon, unfortunately. The voice belongs to a very young man, but sounds confident, as though he's been giving commands over the radio his whole life. Is anybody between lines 10 and 40? Is that us? Asked Roderick. Who knows? Ask the radio. I think we're in range, maybe? You're breaking up. What's your number? 2617. I should have examined the radio. Can I see it on this image? Let me look. It clearly says 42 on the radio image. 26. Rustling papers. 26 was destroyed by firestorm last year. Are you sure that's the right number? 17. Rustling papers. Are you sure? 17 is here right now at the station in town. You notice the steel plate on with the number 42 next to the speaker. 42. Got it. Pete Jenkins, correct? I think Pete is I don't think Pete will be making radio contact anytime soon. Is his body nearby? There's a skeleton in the chair. Writing something down. Thanks. I've noted that in the log. Must have been dry storm last week that got him. He sighs faintly. What kind of storm did you say? Congratulations! You're the new operator of 42, so I'm obliged to inform you that there's a death storm forecast between lines 10 and 40, so you should head towards town. You can take shelter there. A death storm? You may not be able to see it from your position yet, but it's showing up on my instruments already. What'll happen if I get caught in it? Are you not from around here? Are there no storms in your zone? You could say that. I'm not from around here. Writing something down. In her dry voice, if you get caught in a death storm, you die. What other kinds of storms are there? Death storms are quite rare in the area. You're more likely to see a fear storm or a madness storm here. Great. But there are joy storms too, although they most often happen in town. So this is like, it's not really a weather controller. It's like almost a mind control weather pattern. All right, I'll try to get the train moving. Good luck. Okay. We have to end this off here today. It's a pretty good place to leave off. Looks like there's a list of names here. There's a long list of names scratched into the wall, and each one is a different handwriting. A sharp nail hangs on the chain nearby. Looks like this is a list of the train's previous operators. There's dozens here. Is this some kind of cursed train? Or probably just in a dangerous place? Look at the end of the list. The last one is Roland Miles. What about our dearly departed Pete Jenkins? He probably didn't even have the time to add his name. Add the dead train's operator name. The poor guy deserves this at least. Well, probably. You didn't know him after all. You take the nail from the chain and scratch Pete Jenkins' name into the wall. Not bad. What about yours? You're the operator now. Do you want people to forget about you too? We're not supposed to interfere, so I'd rather not. Signing my name in someone else's book doesn't sound like the best idea. If you say so. That's how the book police find me. Thank you, but no thank you. Nice try, Roderick. Not today. You can talk to Roderick at any time! The train's control panel's covered in levers and buttons. Starts a train. Examine the old photo. The photo of a woman with her blonde hair and a ponytail. Be the former operator's daughter or maybe his wife. Okay. Let's close this out for today. And let's go find someone to raid. Let's go ahead and quit here. And then let me put away my controller. And then let's go over here. Okay, let's see. Who's on? Who's doing what? Okay, we're gonna raid Kev. Because I know Lily's already over there and I don't want to raid her into someone new. Before we go, you can follow us at these places and more. And that's all the time we have for this weekend. So we'll see you next weekend.
Prepare for duty, space friends.
If you're a USI donor or donation recipient, you could copy the one with the special emotes. So until next time, have fun, space friends!